Iranians say they are worried about possible U.S. strikes. For more on this, we can cross to our correspondent in Tehran, Reza Sayah. Reza, this is the first time that we've been able to speak to you since the internet has partially been restored there. Are more people now able to connect online? And what's the mood like where you are post-crackdown?
Well, the streets of Tehran have been generally calm, with the exception of a few anti-government chants from people inside their homes every night. Things have been quiet based on our observations here. Maybe the biggest development today is that the internet is back. Iranians have endured a 16-day internet blackout. That obviously has restricted our reporting from Iran. So the good news is the internet is back, meaning if you go on your smartphone or computer and fire up your Safari or Chrome browser, it comes up. The bad news is once you're on the browser, most sites are still blocked. International news sites are blocked. Both Western news sites and even news sites from China and Russia, countries that have friendly relations with Iran. Sites like Wikipedia is blocked. Dictionary.com is blocked. Top social media sites like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they're blocked. And also top messaging apps like Telegram and WhatsApp, they're blocked. Authorities believe a lot of the protesters and foreign elements use those messaging sites to mobilize during the unrest, and that's why they blocked them on the night of January 8th. Human rights groups and government critics say that cutting off of the internet was part of Iran's unjust crackdown on protesters. So again, internet is back, so you can do a Google search, but when you click on the links, you usually get that sad face emoticon with a message that the site can't be reached. There are some reports that authorities will gradually increase access to sites. We'll see if that happens.
Now, Reza, we've also been reporting here that Donald Trump has announced he's sending a naval strike group to the region where he says he's keeping his eye on Iran. So obviously tensions are still high. How are people feeling about all of this and the U.S.'s decision? Are they worried about a possible attack?
They're definitely worried, and that's been the case over the past several weeks. It's been nothing new, the uncertainty and the fear. And what we've seen over the past few days is intensifying saber-rattling threats coming from both Washington and Tehran. U.S. President Donald Trump announcing that a Navy armada is heading to the Middle East, renewing the threats of another U.S. attack. Iran responding in kind, suggesting that if attacked, U.S. bases in the region will be legitimate targets. The senior commander here saying if attacked, Iran's response will be more devastating than ever. Washington's threats against Iran have been largely in response to Iran's crackdown on the protests. In another major development today, Iran's foreign minister has released the first official death toll from Iranian authorities. Ali Abbas Araghchi announcing that 3,117 people were killed, among which were more than 2,400 civilians and security forces and 690 terrorists. It's Tehran's view that many of the civilians and protesters were killed by terrorists funded by the U.S. And Israel. Obviously, Iran's critics say the death toll is much higher.
Reza, thank you so much for keeping us updated on all these latest developments. That's France 24's correspondent in Iran, Reza Sayah.